Welcome to Trendy Flicks, your ultimate destination for the latest in movies, TV shows, and streaming trends. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the entertainment curve.
WNBA playoff predictions. Are Caitlin Clark and the Fever ready for a postseason run? The WNBA playoff picture sorted itself out in the final hours of the regular season Thursday night, right on cue for a league that often doesn't tidy things up until the very end. Number 1 New York, number 2 Minnesota, number 3 Connecticut, and number 4 Las Vegas round out the top 4 teams, while Caitlin Clark led the Indiana Fever to a number 6 seed and their first playoff appearance since 2016. The first round is best of 3 and all 4 series begin Sunday. Teams play approximately every other day throughout the next month before the finals begin October 10th. Here are Yahoo Sports picks for every series, as well as some analysis on the biggest themes of the postseason. New York has looked a little shaky of late, but that's been against the league's best. Handling the Dream shouldn't be a problem with bigger goals in mind. The Dream snuck into the playoffs, but that is where their postseason will end. The Liberty are too good, and the Dream have been disjointed all season. Sure, Atlanta topped New York in the final game of the season, but the Liberty sat their starters in the fourth quarter while the Dream gave it their all in order to secure a postseason berth. The Mercury don't have enough offense to overcome Minnesota's solid defense. This might be a frustrating ending to a legendary career for Diana Taurasi. Minnesota went 3-1 against the Mercury this season, and all 4 games were relatively close. We've seen smart, poised basketball from the Lynx all season, so I don't anticipate the pressure of the postseason posing any sort of challenge. Plus, they ended their season on an 8-game winning streak that included wins over New York and Connecticut. Phoenix, meanwhile, has been inconsistent all season, never winning more than 3 games in a row and finishing the season by losing 7 of their last 10. I want to see an upset somewhere in this bracket, and this is the most sensible. The Sun have gone to 3 games in each year of the best-of-3 format, and both times it was as a number 3 seed. Expect history to repeat itself, but this time Indiana's offense will take over, with just enough defense to finish the job. If the Fever can steal one in Connecticut, and this team showed it could last month, it will be a truly raucous Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and Clark has mastered how to draw out her home crowd. Indiana is 12-8 at home and 6-3 at home since the All-Star/Olympic break. This series could get interesting. The Fever are hot right now, and Caitlin Clark has a way of igniting a crowd during the postseason. Indiana will give the Sun a good fight, but Connecticut should be able to pull through. The Sun have been propelled by defense throughout the season, and they will need to bring extra intensity against Indiana in order to contain Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. But the Sun have been here before, and their veteran group will have an edge over the inexperienced Fever. These are still the same starters who won 2 consecutive championships, and they've looked more like themselves of late than any time this season. It's often felt this season as if Las Vegas was gearing up specifically for the playoffs and not necessarily overly concerned with standings, seedings, or regular season domination. The Storm are close to putting it all together, but I don't think it's their year. Meanwhile, the Aces know exactly what it takes to win a title. They have 2 in a row, and Aya Wilson is doing whatever it takes to win. There's no way she lets her historic season go to waste with an early playoff exit. But this is a good Seattle squad, and I expect Jewel Lloyd, Nneka Ogwumike, and Skylar Diggins-Smith to win 1 game in the series. 2 former teammates well-versed in leading teams during the playoffs are still chasing their first titles, this time with the 2 top contenders. Liberty forward Jonquel Jones has yet to win a championship despite 3